Hey, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi for a look at your forecast. And overall, this week, trending a lot calmer compared to last week when we were dealing with all those sub-zero wind chills, that basically non-stop mountain snowfall that we were looking at in the higher terrain. That is long over and done with, but we do still have some light mountain snow showers that are going to be around for the day today. And then for us here along the Front Range, it's going to stay mostly seasonable and dry, but maybe a sprinkle or two tonight in parts of the metro area. Not a big deal, but again, overall, a fairly calm pattern. So let's take you out to some of the mountains and show you what we're seeing. These would, of course, be the Swash Mountains here outside of Salida and the Arkansas River. At the middle of your screen, you can kind of see it with the town of Salida on your left. Beautiful shot there, and some of the snow-capped Swash Mountains. They got some snow overnight, and looks like most of the mountains at least seeing an inch or two of overnight snowfall. Could add another inch or two in the high country today. Denver area, we've got mostly sunny skies overhead right now. I think we will see clouds increase a little bit as we head through the day today. We've got an approaching very weak storm system, and that will lead to just a little bit in the way of some increased cloud cover for us here in the metro area. So overall takeaways. For us in Denver, it's another mild day out there. We're already in the mid to upper 40s around most of the metro area, and we'll get into the low 50s, I think, for this afternoon and this evening. Mountains, that's where you get some snow showers for today. Not a big deal, but between about, say, 1 and 5 p.m., I think we could get a quick little burst of snow, and that could lead to some slick roadways along the mountain passes. So just worth keeping in mind if you're heading up that way today or coming to or from the mountains. And it's overall a mild, quiet pattern through at least Thursday. The mountains will start to see some more significant snowfall Thursday night and Friday morning. That's our next storm system of note. Could lead to some light snow for us in the metro area on Friday as well. But no real big storms on the horizon for us, at least for this week. In the Denver area mountains, though. Again, Thursday, Friday could be our next storm of note up that way. Temperatures right now, we're in the 40s and 50s on the eastern plains, and we're mostly in the 20s and 30s. For us, the high country, of course, Grand Junction, there in the Grand Valley. You're at 46 right now, and some of those lower elevation spots a bit on the warmer side on this Monday morning, January the 22nd. Temperatures right now around the metro area, downtown here in Spear and Logan. We're at 46, at the airport 47, and some of those typically colder spots north of town. Of course, colder air is heavier and denser. It looks for that low point, Greeley on the banks of the South Platte River. That's why you're at 40 right now, and of course that fresh snowpack kind of keeping that cold air insulated right at the surface. And that's why it's 40 there. But Longmont, of course, just 20 miles west, 52 degrees right now for our friends out there. For today, Denver about 50 degrees. I think that'll sounds about right for this afternoon with that increase in cloud cover for this afternoon. I got a couple hours of warming to go, and then we'll kind of level things on out around 1, 2 o'clock or so. And again, partly cloudy skies, mild again. 5 p.m. sunset, and by the way, we have now gained officially 30 minutes of sunlight since the winter solstice just a month ago. So hey, there's a little bit of good news on this Monday morning. Maybe back to work and kind of think about some of those positive. Again, it's mild out there, at least for this time of year. And again, we've gained 30 minutes of sunlight, so maybe you're starting to notice it a little bit. We're getting that those sunrises a little bit earlier and those sunsets a little bit later. HD Doppler radar right now, it is mostly quiet. We do have some snow showers for us out there around Battlement Mesa and the flat tops on east through the West Elk Mountains. So that would be kind of Cottonwood Pass, which of course closed for the season, Monarch Pass, maybe some snow showers out there, McClure Pass. That's where you could be looking at some of that snow on this Monday morning. That snow will push east and expand. We do have mountain snow showers, quick 1 to 4 inches possible in a few spots. It looks like at this point the San Juans will be the most favored, but the I-70 mountains and the I-70 and 285 corridors could all get out on some of the snow as well this afternoon and early this evening. Again, best chance for snow looks 1 to 5, 2 to 6-ish for this afternoon. And by the way, these are what we would term convective snow showers caused by the same process, the heating of the day, that leads to afternoon showers and thunderstorms for us in Denver during the summer months. It's that same process that's leading to some snow for us in the high country today. Just enough moisture at the surface that I think we will bubble up some of those showers, those snow showers for this afternoon. Again, some of those could put down a quick inch or two. I know our model here maybe not showing that. You look at Telluride, 2 inches, but I do think there's the possibility And then again, we get kind of a quick snap of the finger, 1 to 2 inches of snow in a few spots above 10,000 feet, maybe 3-4 inches can't be ruled out, especially if you get 1 or 2 of those snow showers over the same areas again and again. For tonight, we drop back in the mid-20s. The mountains will clear up, and for us in the Denver area, partly cloudy skies for us for this evening. For tomorrow, the clouds will increase for the afternoon, a tick colder tomorrow, or cooler tomorrow compared to today. We got just a very weak front that'll drop on through, and that'll probably bring us back just a little bit. I think the morning should be mostly sunny though, and highs in the upper 40s. Average high for today and tomorrow, 45 degrees. So again, we're still going to be a couple degrees above average, but just maybe a little bit cooler tomorrow compared to today. Highs, again, upper 40s to around 50 degrees for us along the metro area. So I mentioned our next storm of note looks to be Thursday, Friday. Here's kind of how it looks. It looks like it's going to be too far south for really big impacts, at least for us here in the metro area, northeast Colorado. But it looks like the mountains, and especially the San Juans and the Sangre de Cristos, will get in on some pretty decent snow for us for Thursday, and that is good news. Thursday and early Friday, that's really good news. That's the part of the state that is lagging right now in terms of that snowpack. I'll show you those snowpack numbers in just a second. Then by Friday night, we'll clear things up. Chance for a few snow showers for us, especially in the Palmer Divide for us on Friday. Not a big deal. Again, we're leaving a small chance for some snow for us on Friday. Then we warm back up. And by the way, early next week looking very warm. At this point, looks like we could be talking about some mid to maybe even upper 50s for this time next week. So if you're wanting some of that warmer air, maybe some of those temperatures to get close to 60 degrees next week might be your chance. I think we got a pretty good chance of getting near 60 for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime in that time frame. Now, I mentioned this snowpack right now is a lot better. Just about a little over 2 weeks ago, we were at 68% statewide in terms of our snowpack numbers. Basically, everybody was in the 60s or maybe low 70s. We have seen those numbers really boosted by that huge storm that we got last week and last weekend, and the kind of end of the week before. You might remember, of course, that spell when we had those sub-zero wind chills here in Denver. That same stretch brought the mountains just a ton of needed snowfall. But I'll point out a couple things. One, notice our southern mountains are still lagging. Even with all that snowfall, that mostly impacted our central and northern mountains. The southern mountains are on a bit of rough shape right now, especially the Rio Grande. That'd be kind of the wet mountains, the Sangre de Cristo mountains. That's where things are pretty rough right now. And then the San Juans, also a little bit in rough shape, but hopefully our storm on Thursday and Friday will help bring some of those numbers up a little bit. We definitely need some snow in that part of the state. I mean, again, this time of year, we need those kind of consistent snows. This time of year, we need our snowpack is increasing at its quickest rate, so we kind of need every 2-3 days to get some pretty decent snow in the picture. Otherwise, those snowpack numbers are going to fall off. I do think that the central and northern mountains will see a fairly decent, fairly notable drop-off as this week wears on in terms of those snowpack numbers. Southern mountains hopefully will get a pretty decent storm for Thursday and maybe early Friday, and that hopefully will help bring some of those numbers up a little bit as the week wears on. Early indications are that the mid to end part of next week could be a bit more active. So for us in the Denver area, after a very busy last 10 days or so, it looks like at this point we're going to kind of calm down for most of this week, upcoming weekend into the early part of next week, mid to late next week. That's when I think that would be our next signal for something a bit more active. Way too early for any sort of detail, but just again, next week or so, probably the rest of the month of January. It's January the 22nd, so only 9 days to go in the month. I think the rest of the month is basically quiet for us in the metro area. Mountains, though, again, decent, hopefully, knock on wood, decent storm for Thursday and Friday. But just keep that in mind if you're heading 285 or Highway 50 south and west for Thursday and Friday. Could be a bit rough of a ride for us in that part of the state. We'll get to more details as it gets a bit closer. More for you coming up at 9 News at noon and at 2 p.m. here on 9 News Plus. Then we'll have Chief Meteorologist Kathy Saban in at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News Family Networks. Once again, I'm 9 News Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus.